YouTube! Hello, welcome back to... It's not Jerusalem. We're in Jerusalem. New Jerusalem, excuse me. I was gonna say, it's not Gehenna. What is this? Well? Why'd that turn... What do you do? Alright, well, I'll look behind the sign of every one of those just in case there is something. 2 is this way. We are solving puzzles for the glory of mankind, because essentially oh, it's this thing. The thing I called kind of looking like Squidward up there. The philosophy in this game is, seemingly at its core, is, oh my god, a deer! I can't believe it didn't, like, explode as a sign of, dark tragedy and fleeting innocence or something like that. Right, yes. Is it better, or morally good, I suppose, or wise, to limit the population to merely 1,000 people because humans are inherently terrible, and any more than 1,000 would cause a lot of problems, or should we embrace human nature to explore and expand at the risk of destroying the planet? Again, even though I would argue the planet's looking pretty good. Counter-argument, humans have been dead for a while, so yeah, the planet's looking great. There's no humans. World Spirit founding, and Trevor too. Trevor Harder. What is it that drives historical process? I don't fucking... It sometimes seems to me all of human history has been one struggle to carve out a space for free choice against the tides of history, and heroes and tyrants, pick and choose examples as you will. Both are equal reflections of that. Our greater goal, then, ought to be to extend the freedom to the maximum number of people, to become captains of our own fate as much as that is possible in the universe. I suppose, assuming being captain of your own fate doesn't harm anyone else. From the diary, what the hell? Melampus and Yemo went back to the dam. Sorry, I'm not used to dam seeing spelled that way. It's correct, but I'm not used to seeing it as a noun, you see. To get more charging equipment. They've not yet returned, which means that we're stretched a little thin since they're still posting guards at all times. Those large herbivores haven't come back. What? They're herbivores. At any rate, Eustachius assures us they're non-aggressive. Have you ever heard of, like, Steve or Charles? Just, you know, normal names that are pronounceable and not fancy and Greek. But it's better not to take any chances, not when we're so few of us and there's so many of them. Athena, Cornelius, there you go, 2 solid ones, and that name, Eugene, spent much of their time drawing up plans and arguing. In a friendly manner, but arguing still. The rest of us are managing to tune them out pretty well, like background noise after a while. We have started construction of the first habitat. It's going to be a temporary structure for now. We'll be glad to get out of the rain. Trevor 2! Oh, I guess that's in my personal shit.
So, what are you doing here, Trevor? Why are you trying to save the world? Well, look, I think humanity is awesome. I love humanity. As a species, we're great. I mean, our track record is pretty mixed, but have you seen everyone else? I mean, what did you do today, animal? Oh, I ate some leaves, sniffed my own butt, crapped myself, and went extinct.
Yeah, but it was happy.
You know, I tore this other animal limb from limb.
But he was
sniffed
happy.
My friend's butt, crapped myself, and went extinct.
What is it with you and
extinction? They really don't do anything interesting. I mean, you don't see animals directing Big Trouble in Little China. Birds can go tweet, tweet.
Sick
but it
fucking
ain't exactly
reference
the White
to
Album.
Big Trouble in Little China?
I mean, they can't even make a good cheeseburger, for Christ's sakes. They have no art, no cuisine, no pleasure. Animals are nice to look at, but you wouldn't want to be one.
Yeah, I would.
Except maybe a cat.
Ignorance is bliss,
I
buddy.
could be a cat.
If my entire life was just laying around looking for things to sleep with, that would be great. But instead I have bills to pay. Fuck off. I would rather be blessed with ignorance and pure joy my entire life than quantum thinking. Anyone tells you otherwise, they're lying. Alright, well that was self-explanatory enough, I guess. Oh, and what do we have here? A jammer! I'm guessing the idea is I can jam this, then I take you into here. Alright. No idea what's through there. Arg, hello, sir.
You're a shrewd negotiator.
Yeah, shrewd negotiator, you bastard.
Hello.
38 months. My God. Oh, I see a vault this way. Hello. Ah, I have a theory. Right there. You. Right. I can't do much without also. Alright, can I reach through the hole and grab the jammer now is the question. I can! Oh, brilliant. I'm so close. Is there anything this way, miraculously? No. Alright, maybe I missed a trick here. Hold on. Ah, yes, I see. Yoink! What'd you miss? Ah, nothing. Just some philosophy is all. The giant megastructure pyramid, we solved the first world of puzzles. And a laser went and hit it up, so... It's now 1/3 full, and we're working on worlds 2 and 3 for the remaining 2 lasers to open up the giant megastructure. It's a pyramid. They keep calling it a megastructure, but it's a pyramid.
I keep thinking, why puzzles?
Because
Is it
guns
just
are too
their
exciting.
symbolic value because of our history? Because the thing about puzzles is they can be solved.
Well, yeah, that's
But
the
if this
point.
is about testing us, what are we being tested for? It can't just be about spatial reasoning.
Our curiosity? Our persistence?
Intelligence?
You're assuming that this place follows a coherent logic. My impression is that it's full of contradictions.
I'm also going to argue that the puzzles are to prove that, you know, like, you need critical thinking to solve a puzzle. An antelope can't be able to wander in and solve the puzzle by accident. It needs to be tough enough for that. Then once you've proved you're capable of critical thinking, albeit perhaps overkill, there's that giant sphinx monster that determines whether or not you have human curiosity and conflicting emotions and all that good stuff that makes us human. Can't just be pure logic, can you? Pragmatic though that may be, it is not human. Contradiction is part of human nature. Exactly. Just exploring, seeing if there's anything around. The first game had a bunch of shit that you had to go and explore and find like this, but to be fair, that was also much more self-contained. This is a bit more open world. So things might exist purely for the sake of existing and to gaze out over the vast horizons as they pop in and out over there. Did the last stream, didn't you? I did last stream. Oh. I don't remember when you stepped away, Ark, so yeah, I was just recanting that. Or recalling that. Recanting would be very different. Oh, actually, I don't think you stepped away last stream. You might have been here for the whole shebang. You know what? I could have figured that one out. I don't know why I checked the sign. I am curious about these, though. Well, bam. Back up. Okay. Now what? Back up. Okay. Now what? Back up. Okay. Alright. Joke's done. Let's see. We got one of the laser splitters there. Blue, red, green, of course. I think it's a blue light. A normal ass crystal. Hold on. Thank you. Binary domain. Oh god, I'm gonna have to reinstall that because I tried playing that a while back. Do I have a controller, for example? Yeah, sure. So a controller, which for a third-person shooter, I insist you use. It's somehow the keys got bound in a weird way, and by a weird way, I mean the start button was fire the gun. That button right there in the middle of the controller, that one, that fired the damn gun. So, you know, wasn't great. But I imagine if I just uninstall it and reinstall it, it'll fix that problem. I hope, because the first time I played it, it worked fine. You said I had problems? Yeah, that's a problem. Start button is not allowed to be fire the gun. And of course, there's no way to rebind controls in that game because, you know, the RGG. They did much better than Dead Souls, but they still are not exactly savvy when it comes to shooters. Just run in and grab you, and that seems like all I'll need, right? What matter? I'll be needing, although I'm gonna need. Oh, is this one of those? No, it can't be the fucking thing over here. Grr. Unless, hold on. Now then, give me that. Oh, hell. Oh, what am I doing? And also, meh. Then, meh. There we go. Now then. Okay, god damn it. Oh, I can just... There, that's sorted. So now that's open and I have access to red. I do need access to blue, though. How do I get to blue? Oh, is it just... Oh, wait, how do I get... Oh, okay, hold on. We'll sort this out in a minute. I'll replace it. Oh. Well, I mean, again, I assume that if I uninstall it and reinstall it, it'll fix. I'm not saying no, because, again, the first time I played it on the PC, it worked great. The second time I played it, it was shit. If I uninstall and reinstall, binary domain will probably be fine. And even then, worst case scenario, just to prevent it, I might just grab a physical copy on, like, PS... Well, hold on. Before I commit to that, is it backwards compatible? I need to know if, binary domain is backwards compatible on Xbox. Because if it is, I can just... Can you replace it with Blood Dragon? Yeah, sure. Isn't the, I might have that on PC. One of the versions of Blood Dragon is super scuffed, though, right? Like, it's kind of wonky. Binary domain. Do decide what you want, though, Jeppo. It is backwards compatible. There's Connect. Oh, I can get it digitally as well. I can just buy this on the Xbox store. 80 to 100 hour completion. Fuck you. Thanks, RGG. Of course it's an 80 to 100 hour completion. Why wouldn't it be? Ay, ay, ay. But, yeah, no. Decide, Jeppo, by the end of the stream. Does my controller work? On Xbox? Of course it would. The problem I had was with on Steam, not on Xbox. But decide, Jeppo, before the end of the stream. Do you want Blood Dragon or Binary Domain? And make that a final decision. You can't go back and forth on that constantly. Whatever you pick, I'll make it work. It doesn't matter, let me worry about that. I promise I'll make it work. But pick whichever one you want. And have that be final answer. Somebody here know what Twitch Plus program is? Maskey's got a notification for it. I think I did too. Share your progress towards meeting Plus program requirements with the community as a goal. I don't give a shit about that. Decide Blood Dragon. Okay, Blood Dragon it is. Why not? Well, you said Binary Domain first, making me think you wanted that, but, you know, no, for God's sake. For God's sake. Thank you. Unbelievable. Is it important that I can come over here and get this, like, set up? Here. In theory, I could have the same thing going, where... How do I do this? Okay, so... One of them I do need to have as a setup going around, and the other one... Yeah, I think I just need to have a whole boring into it. Okay, that's... I understand how it works. Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. Yes, that is Far Cry 3 Blood Dragon. Also, it's not the post-apocalypse of 2011. Please, get it right. It's 2008. The future. Come on, man. The distant future, 2008. It came out in 2011. It's set in 2008. That's the joke. And it's a damn good one. God damn you. Son of a bitch. There we go. You added it to the wheel? I mean, I will. Eventually. I'm not gonna do it in the middle of the stream. Anyway, right there. I'll do it at the end of the stream. Yep. Yep. And huzzah! Nailed it. Besides, with Talos Principle, this game's a bit, you know, we only just started, so it'll be a few streams. I've also decided that Somnium Files AI, I'm gonna go for the best ending because I'm really liking that game, and the branching paths mean it's not like the same game all the way through. There's like different shit going on and new characters. So to do that game justice, I kind of have to do the different branching paths. So buckle up, Somnium Files is gonna be here for a while. 4 is this way. Checking how long to beat. Blood Dragon's not a long game. No, not at all. 9-hour completion. I might get it on Xbox, and then I love that game. It's very funny. Oh, hold on. All right, social media. City news. Oh, and Doge is connecting me to a friend. Hell yeah. Long-awaited birth for 1,000 final citizens interrupted today by an unknown... Mayor Herman Nabus. It's like Anubis and Herman. Has once again called for calm, promised New Jerusalem will be safe under the goal set forth by the founder. But see, here's the thing. They kept working to this goal, and like, one school of thought is, well, I guess we're done. And the other school of thought is, now what? And it's like... Man, it's really hard. I want to defend the I guess we're done, because I don't think a lot of people do that. But it's really hard to. They're making it really difficult. I've relayed your response to my friends, and they've reached certain conclusions regarding your character. Would you like to hear them? I've entirely lost interest. Yeah, go ahead. I need validation. Now, you're new, so let me fill you in. Your arrival marks a moment of New Jerusalem's maturity, and there are differences of opinions about what it ought to become. Naturally, there are people working quietly behind the scenes in an advisory capacity, trying to guide our city into prosperity. There's only 1,000 of you. How do you have clandestine organizations? People who know things which should only scare or confuse the average citizen. There's only... If it were 10,000, I could believe that, but 1,000 is not enough to justify clandestine backroom dealings and average citizens. What do you mean? Huh. I have 5 such friends who expressed to me interest in getting to know you. Who are these people? Sure. For once, both the games are long. Indeed. I can't tell you the names, I can tell you a little about them. He's an engineer, tends to see the world as a puzzle to be solved. That guy sounds incredibly boring. A scholar of some repute, thinks big questions have answers in our code. It sounds boring. Third is, he's hard to pin down. He's a practitioner, let's say... where did it go? Oh, practitioner, let's say, of esoteric arts. Okay, kind of into that. Fourth is a member of political establishment. That's all you can give me. Fifth is, well, the less I said about them, the better for everybody. This is someone you'd like to meet. The esoteric arts guy sounds kind of interesting. Yeah, hard to pin down. You're many things, noob, but you're not hard to pin down. Your answers to my questions and observing your behavior elsewhere has given us massive amounts of data. Its core is only one person I should put you in touch with. You've shown commitment to scientific progress and pursuit of truth. Your support would mean a great deal to my friend from engineering. She's no kind of expert on human condition, but she's dedicated to analyzing how the world works and using that knowledge to shape our future for the better. Are you happy for me to put you in touch? Not really. No. Yeah. That may be, but no one else wants you. It's perfectly clear what kind of person you are. You may not like it, but I advise you to explore it. Would you like me to connect you or not? I mean, sure, I guess. Interesting, the game's like, nope. Why even bring up the fucking 5 other people? Or 4 other people, I guess. It was 5 people total. 1,000 people ain't enough for there to be underground clandestine groups. Yeah, exactly. It's a small community of tight-knit... Yeah, they know each other. Why are there shady backroom organizations? Doesn't make any sense. Sorry, text. Anyway. Send you the introduction in due course. Yeah, why would he bother being like, here's all the people, who do you want to meet? No, this guy. Too bad, it's this one. Does it have to be? Yes! Alright, fine, I guess I'll meet them. Placement. Okay. Let's get a feel for this. We got a blue one, a box, a thing, and a driller. Okay. Alright, something's in here, clearly. You know what? I probably should have just brought this with me. Careful, game. Steady on. Thank you. Alright. Oh. Interesting. And this is what we need to open. Where's the thing that needs to be turned up? Ah, I see. Well, I see what needs to happen here. Hold on. It's actually kind of clever. There you go. Now then, I'll just grab this box. Drop you right there. Now, gimme. Ha! Idiot. I got your treasure. Where do you go, though? There's gotta be... I'm not seeing where this needs to wind up is the problem. Because I can activate this. Oh yeah, and there's the laser, but... Where's the thing for this door? Oh, it's up there. Okay. Oh. Oh. That's a horse of a different color. Ah, I can just straight up... Okay, wow. The driller is, more versatile than I had first anticipated. You, and gimme you. Slap you down right there and turn this bad boy on. Beautiful. Easy.
You know something that's weird about these puzzles?
That you
They're
aren't
not
helping me?
replicas of the simulation puzzles, like the ones in the museum.
No, they're new.
Wasn't there an artist who did an exhibition a few years ago that involved new puzzles of some kind?
That was Barzai. It was called Trials of an Imagined Past. I tried to get you to come along. You thought it would be boring.
Heh.
Were they similar?
No, not at all.
Was it boring?
I thought it was interesting.
So yes. Got it. Alright. 5 is this way. We solve the puzzles, we beat the game. That is, by nature, a puzzle game, yes. I don't know which way I'm supposed to be going, but I guess I'll go this way and hope for the best. I will say again, I said it yesterday, this game, the biggest problem I have with this game, alright, that is the way to go, so let's obviously save that for later. The biggest problem I have with this game is that, the mechanics to solving the puzzle, the lasers and the blocks and all that, is just boring. Portal is fun to solve puzzles. I'm trying to think of other puzzle game I really like. Portal 2. Bad example. Oh man. Something in there. Ah, nailed it. Oh. Idiot. I have to do some retreading for the true AI ending. Yeah, but, you know, so it goes. But yeah, puzzles, the the main tool you use to solve the puzzle needs to be fun, and this is just not fun. It's not bad by any stretch, but I've been here, done that. There's nothing new on display. Kind of a default way to do a puzzle game unless you know any exceptions. But yeah, that's... Layton. Layton was the other example. The little bit I
While
played of...
exploring the forest, I came
Professor
across
Layton.
a sight of primal force. A beautiful stag, standing on a hill silhouetted against the setting sun. It appeared like a messenger from some divine natural power, perhaps from Gaia herself. Even to a being such as myself, less susceptible to manipulation by instincts and hormones, it was clearly a moment of revelation. In such moments, we are told to avert our eyes. But what if we do not? What will we discover if we look more closely? If we could speak to the stag, what wisdom would it have to offer?
I don't know, it's a stag.
The answer is none.
Exactly.
The stag is an animal of overwhelming stupidity,
This guy
driven
gets
only
it.
by fear, hunger, and lust.
Hell yeah.
There is no abyss for us to plunge into behind this revelation. Rather, the revelation is as flat and unreal as the plywood walls of a film set.
Film. Or film, as others say. But yeah, no, Layton not only... Well, the characters were more... Well, I'm not going to say more interesting. In the first game, there were characters. Sorry, Layton's characters were vastly more interesting than the first Talos principle, because there was only just the guy in the sky yelling at you and the dude in the computer that was the guy in the sky testing you anyway. So yeah, the character was better, and the puzzles you solved related to them having problems to do with the overall plot, so it was integrated better. But more important than that, because the puzzles here aren't important to the plot, it's all a test for intelligence and human ability. More important than that, and this works with Portal as well, they're fun to solve. The touchscreen mechanic and the different kinds of puzzles, like moving furniture or a numbers puzzle or drawing lines, they were all very different, and the touchscreen made them fun to do. The portal gun is fun to use inherently, and they introduce things like gel to let you bounce or move faster or put it down another portal wall. But like, this whole game's thing is just like moving lasers and blocks. And that was true of the last one too, to the point where they added a time loop mechanic that really just made it drag on because they were doing stuff over again. And that's the biggest flaw, I think, with Talos Principle. The puzzle itself is not fun to solve. It's not, as I would say, bad. It's just... it's there. I feel accomplished solving it, but it's not terribly, fun. I'm just moving shit around. The portal gun, I'm actively slamming things into a wall and jumping through and using physics and momentum. Here I'm just, moving shit. The characters are a much-needed improvement to this game. I like this a lot.
Interesting monument. Decorative for another puzzle.
You mean the bird? I suppose we'll see, won't we? But yeah, the characters are much needed. Why is this here? Oh, for the drilling. Something to drill here, I'm guessing. A much needed improvement to this game. The other thing that would have saved this game, or made it better, is if it were just really funny, like Portal. However, that's not really this game's thing. It's not here to be funny. It's here to be, interesting. So, you don't want your game to be boring. Well, the story isn't boring. I do enjoy the philosophy of the game. And going through, the metaphysics and all that. It's just, the puzzles aren't anything to write home about. How do I get... I probably need to do something by... I can't reach, really? Ugh, God's sakes. Oh, maybe I can get in there and hit that lever. Can I... I can... That is not anywhere close enough to the lever. The other example I immediately jump to is, it's not a puzzle game, but Disco Elysium is very much about, or has at the very least, philosophical elements. But that game is, like, way more interesting, again, because of the characters in the world, whereas this one is just... It's better, but... A, in Disco Elysium, I'm not solving laser puzzles, and B, I feel like the world is more interesting, and it's much funnier as well. Find fun. This game's main shtick is philosophy. People find fun, some people at least. I agree, some people find that fun. I said I like the philosophy. It's the puzzle I don't care for. And in order to get to the philosophy, I need to put up with the puzzle, is kind of how this game has been treating it. Is that a jammer? It would appear to be yes. Okay. Okay. Now then. I put you... Yeah. And I climb the ladder. This might as well have just been a wall, I guess, to show off that there is a jammer back there. Oh. Alright, I admit, didn't think that one through. I can jam you. Anything else I can jam? Here's just the you. Okay. What have we passed here? Importantly, how do I get to you? Obviously, it seems like I need the jammer. Puzzles can be a bit repetitive at times. Yeah, that's my biggest complaint about the game. I really very much enjoy the philosophy of it. It's just, you know, these puzzles. But at this point, I've said that, I think, 5 or 6 times, so, you know. I'll probably have to say it 10 more before people start listening to me, but so it goes. Alrighty. So, can I jam that one from here? Or is that not an option? Because that would solve all my troubles if I could just jam that. Part of the nuisance is I really want to just have this out and about. Again, solve my problems, but the game will not let me do that. Because even though I think I should just be able to reach in and grab it, he feels the need to walk up to it. The son of a bitch. But then it wouldn't be much of a puzzle at that point. Is there a reason to turn this off? I don't think so. Can I slap you down here? Is there a reason to even drag you into this room? I don't think so. There's no window in that other room, right? No, I don't think so. I can't crouch either and see it. No, there's no window. Dig through the drilled hole. Yeah, I can, but then it gets me into here, and I can't do anything with it here. This is a nothing room. Because that thin barrier there will stop me from bringing it any further. I can jam you. Goal to... Alright. Wait a moment. The hole right there. Can the jammer go through the hole I created? It can, okay. We're getting somewhere. Because now I can rush in and grab you! Specifically, I can put you outside. While I'm here, might as well just get both of them, eh? Now then, let's see. Obviously, just place you there, but then I need the jammer to bust that open. Oh, I think I need to do this. Oh, now it needs to... God damn you. Think you're funny, don't you? Now it needs to be in that room. Ugh, man. There you go. In order to get the angles right, you now need to be in this room, don't you? Yep, you son of a bitch. Huzzah!
Any progress on the particle clouds, Melville? It's pretty clear they're integral to how all of this functions.
I've gathered a lot of data, but I still have a lot of numbers to crunch before I can give you an answer. And I can't guarantee that my answer won't be another question. I'm glad we don't get headaches.
We don't get headaches. Golly gee, the future is absolutely everything I could have hoped for. I think I have social media. What is this about? So 1K found a recording of... non-recording. I know he's one of the first companions. Oh. I don't actually know much else about him. Don't think I've ever seen him around. Can someone explain? He was always an unusual perspective, even in the very beginning. Traveled a lot, sometimes leaving for years. He's built kind of mobile recharging stations, so he didn't need to come back to the city as often, although it was quite risky. The solar panels have a tendency to break rather quickly. But he had no problem taking risks if he felt they were necessary and exploration was necessary for him. He would record his thoughts he explored and publish them when he returned. Over the centuries, he accumulated a group of admirers, or disciples if you prefer. The period crisis surrounding Athena's disappearance, they left the city ahead to unknown, and we haven't heard from them since. So there's even less than 1,000 people in this city. A small enclave went and left. As far as I can tell, it's something he decided to shelve, something he only shared with close friends like Athena. Thank you, that was informative. How do I change my profile picture? Because my profile picture is lame. It's just me. I want to spice it up, add some pizzazz, personality, some panache. Did I get this one? I did. Okay. Don't know what that does, but I want to make sure they're all turned on. Passage. Alright, let's see. Yeah, okay, that tracks. That activates the fan. Let's see. Whee! Ooh! What have we here? That's how I get out of here. Is there some way I can direct you? Something I can point at? Oh, Get out of here! Oh. Oh, it needs to be on a box, right? That's always the one thing, isn't it? Gotta have it on a box. Okay, well... You're not getting through here, I'll tell you that much. Big old purple wall here. Well, I mean, I'll set this up. I don't know what flipping good it's gonna do me, but you're here for a reason, so... This, but looks like I might need 2 of them. Or 3. Ah, passage, of course. Then how do I get the 2 of them? Oh, I can. Hold on. Come with me, and you'll see. Alright. Aha! Now give me this. Whee! Ha-ha! What did this accomplish? Ah. Now then, there's a hole in there. Nice. Alright. Now let's see what's at the top of this tower. I can see something up there. A jammer! Jolly good. I do need to get that back, though, so, I think I gotta do a little bit of this action. Whee! Uh-oh. God damn it. Ah, boy, they make it so complicated. Almost like it's a puzzle or something. Alrighty. Down you go. Now then. Slap this bad boy on. Jam the signal. Whee! There it is. Beautiful.
Good. Let's get some measurements from this particle cloud.
My mother texting me. Anyway, alrighty. Oh, hey, what's up?
1K, what's up?
You were walking by me. Oh, you're just wandering around, huh? Can't help me solve puzzles, but you got time to wander around, you son of a bitch. 164, you're an ass.
Our ancestors built some
But
pretty
since you're
amazing
here, I'll
things.
talk to you.
Huge cities, factories,
Uh-huh.
mines, monuments to their history, but nothing quite like this, no.
Well, that's all then. Thanks for the input, Yakut. 7 is this way. But what's in here? Oh
This
my
is very
God.
similar to the structure where you found the schematics.
A black hole? Interesting.
Wow, that's a lot bigger than I expected.
That's what she
What
said.
were they doing here?
And who are they?
There's a lot going on in this room. Interesting. Okay. What does this do? Untitled, New Alexandria, Ethics of Extinction. It's a whole lot of words. Book of Reminiscence by Regret. Ugh. If a species we're considered beautiful and remarkable goes extinct, we consider that a great evil. Dolphins, for example. If dolphins go extinct, it's a great loss. If humanity causes dolphins to go extinct, it's a crime. But if Yersinia persists, the bacterium that caused bubonic plague go extinct, is that an equally great loss? If not, why not? Because bacteria are a plague. It's literally a plague. To nature, there's no difference. It's just life forms. I mean, yes. But fuck it, we're the ones with the ability to define what extinction is, so we get to decide what's good or bad. How about a species going extinct without anthropogenic factors? Extinction is the norm. One day, dolphins are no longer capable of competing with other species, should we let them go extinct? Oh, that's the panda argument at that point. Well, I mean, pandas not being, ravaging human life as we know it, we care for and protect, to preserve. If you believe extinction is acceptable when nature does it, but not when we do it, then you don't actually oppose extinction. Well, no, I would oppose human-caused extinction, man-made extinction. Why are you broadening the terms of extinction? Oh, it's fine when nature does it, but not us. Yeah, correct. So, then you don't oppose extinction. I do when it's man-made. You can't be like, oh, well, that doesn't count. It's extinction one or the other. What is it with this game and binaries? You just oppose human control. Oh, well, yeah, sure. You oppose our ability and responsibility to choose. Damn Skippy, I do. Don't put that shit on me. I don't want to choose anything. It's probably more complicated than I'll ever understand, and I don't want to be a part of it. Stratton Ideas, Noema Project 3, and Schematic 108. Well, grab the schematic. It might be important. Fragment of... Oh, for God's sakes. I can't read any of that. Easy to destroy, hard to create, so easy to optimize, only one aspect. Alright, well, that. Schematics! Oh.
The world is a wonderful place. Every day we take another step forward. Every day we come closer to the truth. The closer we get, the more I can see the beauty of the universe, the intricate perfection of its mechanisms. I am a machine, and the universe is a machine. Every part of me serves a purpose, or I could not be myself. I could not be Miranda, because that specific person could not exist without those specific parts and their specific functions. In the same way, every part of the universe serves a purpose. I think that is what we were meant to discover here.
Well, that's just inherently flawed. Have you met the appendix? It doesn't do anything. You would still be Miranda without your appendix, I promise you that. So, did everyone else see that, or is that just
1K.
me?
You just connected to an extremely powerful data stream. Are you all right?
Guess it was just me. Otherwise, we'd be talking about that shit. Definitely had a vision.
Yes, you were streaming. We all saw something. You're lucky it didn't fry your motherboard. Please, everyone, let's be careful with these terminals from now on.
Yes, let's all try not to die. More importantly,
Let's all try not to die.
who the hell is Miranda?
I guess they did all see that.
There's no one by that name in New Jerusalem. I just searched the database.
Maybe it's a nickname, your guess is as good as mine. It must be one of the people who built this place. I mean, possibly. I don't truly know, though, do I? A ghost! Game turns into a horror game? That would be weird.
A new person. Someone we've never heard of before. Someone born outside the city. We have to find out more.
Not at all what I said.
But where did they come from?
Where did
And
they
how
go?
many people does it take to build something this huge?
How
Like
many
I
people
said,
does it
we
take to
need to
change
find
a
out
light
more.
bulb?
Well, you'll be happy to hear that I'm about to fix another part of the transport system. Thanks for the files, 1K. I hope they didn't fry your brain.
Jesus. My mom sent me a... Good lord. My mom sent me a picture of a... I'll hold it up to the webcam for people to kind of see what's going on here. That is a note I wrote in, according to the date, the summer of 2004. God. God almighty. Why was I writing like this in the summer of 2004? It was very childlike writing. It'd be an odd twist if this game was a horror game. Yes, it would. Yeah, that's some real, like, kid writing I had from 2004. I was like, we eat snowballs every day, and I got a brain freeze. My dad is a champ at skee-ball. Also, wasn't I just up there? No, it wasn't. All right. Why is she sending you a 20-year-old note? Because it's sentimental, you dick. I don't know why she has the note, I'll ask you that, but... the hell she hung on to that for is beyond me, but... Anyway, 7 is off in this direction. Hello! Which one are you?
I've been meaning to talk to you.
Oh, great.
This
I love conversations
vision
that way.
you had, the data stream overload. How did it feel?
Strangely beautiful, frightening, just data, unpleasant then beautiful, felt threatening, I can't explain it. None of these suggest like the way it feels to chew 5 gum, so I guess I'll just say I can't explain it.
Just don't take this too lightly, okay? We're sturdier than our ancestors, but a mind is still a fragile thing.
I wanted to ask you something else.
Go ahead.
I make no promises to be careful. What did you make of the Sphinx?
Whatever that being is, it told us that we stand before the fire.
Yeah.
That can only be a warning, and I think we should take it seriously. We don't want another New Alexandria.
Yeah, I don't know what that is. But also, all it means is that the Sphinx has played Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin. So it's not that big of a deal.
To me, it means accepting a certain amount of humility. Our ancestors thought they could master the world with no regard for any other organisms. They failed to see themselves as part of a greater whole. I think the founder realized where they went wrong and tried to offer us a different path. A path where we have a place in this world, but the world is not ours.
None of that was like a definitive answer. You're just wishy-washy. Oh, man.
There's another one of those monuments.
Good. What monument? What are you referring? Oh, that? I should go take a look, I suppose. Let me hit this first. One more of those to go. Nothing. There's this, but nothing. All right, in we go. Eye of the Needle. Oh, great. I bet this one will have lots of room for error. Where am I trying to get to? In there. Okay. Okay. Worthless. Oh, wow. Come on. Alright, what are you? Laser. Alright. Lock you down there. They're right here. Alright, we have a cube! Anything else in there? No. Now then, what am I dealing with over here? Clearly there's a way in there because... Oh, there is a blue one right there. Hold on. Oh. I missed that. Yeah, I need to bring it around here, obviously. Give me the box. Okay, well, it can go in there, which is all well and good. And that's a jammer, but how do I get in there is the question. There's a ladder, but those two ways are barred off. Is there a ladder here? No. How do I get in there? Oh, wait, maybe. Hold on. So much of this is just make sure you do it in the right order. Can't have a fucking penny out of place. Oh, can I not jam it through there? What do you mean? Best I can do is jam that. I can't jam that one all the way over on the other side. Ew. That's annoying. Well, then what is the point of this, Oh, no, there's a fence there. Son of a bitch. Okay. I wonder if it's, wrong way. Son of a bitch. Because there's a gate there, of course. Okay. I go up here. There... Am I missing something? Am I an idiot? No. This is stuck in this room. The only thing you can jam is that thing. So how best we do is go that way, like a low? No, because I can't. Damn it. Man, through there is pointless anyway. Something here I missed? No, this is where we got the box from. Huh. Hold on, can that be done? Jesus. Unfortunately, can I get, well, I put that through there. Then, I can't get through here. With the box. I wonder if... Can I get you? Is there a universe wherein you are jamming this wall here? It's a hard maybe, that's the problem. Oh, why'd I leave everything on the wrong side of everything else? I put you, like, right there. Drop you there. That should be jamming that one over there. It's a little scuffed, but yeah, we made it work. Right, so this is being jammed. Now then. From here, you just bounce to... Yes! That's it. Okay. Give me that. Oh, okay, the box needs to, of course it does. Why would you ever have anything just left over and make it easy? Everything needs to be moved around 800 times before it can work properly. There we go. Beautiful. Why is my phone blowing up? Good lord.
I've managed to extract an audio file from 1K's data stream incident. It's hard to be sure because it's just a fragment, but I think it's some kind of log or diary.
We finished a new lab today. Some processes are still harder than others, but energy output was up 2,000%.
Wow.
It's incredible how each leap forward enables another.
I mean, 2,000%.
The next iteration of the machine will...
So as we suspected, someone was experimenting here. But experimenting on what? What was this machine they were building?
Maybe it's whatever powers the megastructure.
Maybe the megastructure is the machine they were building. Humans? Well, humans were the lore of this game is that humans existed at one point, and then they all died, but they left behind these robots to continue their legacy. Time travel? That would be, well, no, it wouldn't be interesting to add to this game, because the previous game had time travel. It was very rudimentary. You had to, like, record yourself doing a thing, hit play, and then a recording went and did it, which felt very time travel-y. But, no, I suppose introducing time travel would not be a far cry for this series. I was going to say, I'm surprised Ace Attorney hasn't done time travel, but I think they did at one point. One of the DLC cases in the 3DS, I'm like 99% sure is time travel. Okay, let's see. What do you do when I hit the last one of these? Nothing immediately apparent. A little disappointing. Alright, well, maybe I need to solve it and then it'll do something. What do I know? Seesaw. Okay, so... Alright, great. Ow! Alright, it's fine, it's fine. Start simple. Occam's razor, right? There we go. Beautiful. Now we need the blue one. Easy enough. Ah, but of course, oh. Well, I don't think they can travel through these. I can check real quick. Oh, they can. That's something, because this blue one over here, obviously. Let me just mirror a little bit of the blurg, and then we can schmerg. Then we can, I guess. But more importantly, haha! But I'm on the wrong side. Shit. Well. I think I see what needs to happen. Okay. Let's get you back real quick. And then we'll run in and grab you. Okay. So I think what needs to happen is, first and foremost, I set that up so it stays open without the assistance of you. But you see, the problem is, oh no, there's a hole there, that won't work. Ah. Oh wait, why don't I just do Will that work? No, because it still has to go across the window. Okay. I think I need to bring this in and then manipulate the walls from in here. Specifically, first and foremost, in such a way that this son of a gun is going over there. And this bad boy, I can actually bring him with me. Kinda, maybe. Set him down right here. That should be uninterrupted otherwise, but when I pick this up and put it right there, aha! Look at me! Look at that!
I admire your persistence, 1K.
Thank you. Glad someone does. That was all anyone had to say? Alright, cool. Guess I'm out then. Hello. The gates are that way, it looks like. Excellent.
I can't stop thinking about Miranda.
Yo,
A new person not born in New Jerusalem?
Oh.
Can you imagine that?
I thought you
I
meant
wonder what it's
Miranda
like to be
Cosgrove.
her.
Very attractive young woman. That's also the only Miranda I can name. It depends on who created her. Wait, what'd you ask? Wonder what it's like to be her. Who cares? You're not her. You're not her, dude. Like, as long as she's enjoying herself, great. That doesn't mean you... Don't worry about what other people are like. You find happiness with you. Probably not that different.
How do you mean?
Everyone has the same problems, a common baseline to all rational beings. I barely spend any time in New Jerusalem, and I'm not that weird. Common baseline to all rational beings. Everyone has the same problems, cosmically speaking, sure, but, you know. I'm not currently getting shot at, unlike some people on this planet, so that's pretty sweet. For me, I mean. I guess there's common baseline to all rational beings. That being, you know, oxygen, food, water, etc.
But doesn't our environment influence who we are?
Oh, absolutely.
Our values, our sense of meaning?
But there's a baseline.
You were
below
born into
that.
New Jerusalem at this specific point in time as the completion of the goal. Doesn't that affect who you are in a unique way?
How would it? Subsuperficial doesn't matter to deeper selves. Inclined to agree. I don't care about the goal or any of that. Also inclined to agree. We're all material beings trying to survive. Definitely the counter argument. Or I guess you're right.
I guess I know what you mean. We all have more in common than what sets us apart.
There you go. Why riot? Penguin, why are we rioting? Sure, what do you make of the labs?
They're very different from the rest of these structures in that they serve a clear purpose. Everything else is kind of surreal, but the labs are places where people lived and worked.
Well, you say that.
I don't know what that means, but I think it means something.
The labs are the outliers. This big, huge environment, I'm used to this at this point, especially with this being the second Talos principle. The small, confined labs with diagrams going on, that's what I find surreal. Because that's not like anything I've seen in this world. Because me, I'm not allowed to riot. It's against the rules. Mods, lead Penguin along for 2 months and then stop texting her. Just go no contact immediately with no warning. Thank you. New technology, L1C Naim and Leviathan. Grass. The object of the whole evolutionary process is to realize God, that is to say, instead of the old notion of the creation begin with a God, a personal being who, in fact, who, being perfect, created something lower than himself. The aim of the new technology to turn the process the other way and to conceive the force behind the universe worked up through imperfection. Mistake to a perfect organized being having the power of fulfilling its highest purposes. What? I'll remember this. There's a lot of it. There sure is a lot of grass. In a sense, there is no God. In a sense, there is no God as yet achieved, but there is a force at work making God, struggling through us to become an actual organized existence. Huh. I've never heard that before. That's why it's a new theology, I assume. George Bernard Shaw? I thought he was all about the killing... Well, I guess killing the old God would also imply that there never was a God. We killed the idea of God, as it were, but we are building... Whatever. Greatest conceivable ecstasy of brain intelligence, actually conscious of the whole, and executive force capable of guiding a perfectly benevolent and harmless end. That is what we are working to. I mean, I guess. From the first companions, Randolph. After all. I'm not reading that. Too many words. Pax, Covenants, Body Politic were first made to set together united to resemble fiat or the let us make man pronounced in God of creation. No, it's actually a thought it meant like a cool giant monster, maybe. Anyway, this should be the Tetris piece puzzle time. Hell yeah, let's go. Is anything of note if I walk up to it? Can't run into it. I remember the first game did have like a hidden wall or two in some places. Yeah, well. Hell yeah, Tetris. The bridge puzzles I kind of like, because those are new. And they're better than they were in the first game. You're just slotting them into doors. Ugh, that was awful. That was the worst puzzle in those games. The bridge is actually kind of fun and interesting. If this were the game, creating giant bridges out of Tetris pieces, I'd be all about it. Okay. Like, if it were just this, I mean. Ta-da! Nailed it. Social media update. Aw, that's lovely. Everyone, this is the latest in my portrait series. I always had deep respect for the progenitor Alexandra Drennan. She'd just create the founder and save humanity. She also tried to instill in us a sense of beauty and wonder. See, if this is an example of an AI doing art that I don't mind, because it's something they created. They didn't fucking scrape a bunch of pre-existing images. It was good to be human, Alexandra Drennan. As usual, please keep in mind that we should focus on engagement with works. Don't ask yourself whether it's good or bad, but how it makes you feel. There you go. How does it make you feel? I like this. It's simple. I like the nice starry background with the bright night sky while the woman looks up at it with perhaps hope, perhaps reflection. Whatever Penguin's doing with a 5 frame a second totodile. Beautiful work. Rodin gives us a bittersweet, wistful feeling. She must have been a great person. To me, it really captures her bravery in the face of what the cosmos throws her. It's well done, but I'm not sure it's appropriate to depict the progenitor this way. Shut up, you. In what way? With skin and with hair? Shut up, you. What is your background? What are you trapped in Super Mario Land back there? What's going on back there? Thekla. You sound like a dick. It's important to remember she was a real person. I agree. Well, we're trying to make real people, so I don't know why we're arbitrarily creating a line there. It highlights her bravery in the face of death. We shouldn't forget other people contributed too. Yo, where's paintings of other people? You can be that asshole. Your painting powerfully invokes her belief in a bright future. It makes me sad. Kind of just wanted to compliment the night sky. I'm not sure it's bravery in the face of death. I think she's looking to the future with wonder of what's to come. Well, I guess she realizes she won't be there for the future, but, you know. It's more with mystery and passion I see her looking to the sky than bravery. So I guess bright future. There you go. Paint Nick Cage. Thank you, 1K. She really did believe we would build a better world, didn't she? Her words always inspire me. They do? You should try listening to them more carefully. She wants us to reach for the stars, not mope around worrying about sins of our ancestors. Preach! This! Zagoran! This guy gets it. Better spoken metaphors, the stars are within us. Shut up, Thekla. Give me a break. Zagoran, if you're the person I'm supposed to, like, meet up with from Doge's account, you and I are gonna get along like a house on fire. She's looking at the Millennium Tower, Yakuza 4 style. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. She just needs 3 other people there, and it's like, time to save Kamurocho. Let's not derail this thread, okay? Thanks. Oh, mods. Paint a picture of a happy dog. Well, animals, I think, still exist, because we saw a stag and everything, right? We're at 10 social media entries. Touch grass is the achievement. Can I suggest Y4? Not now. Yeah, sure. I've been meaning to play that one anyway for achievements on Xbox. I've been meaning to do all the Yakuza games on Xbox for the achievements, which, you know, includes 5. But there it is. I probably want to do Kiwami 2 before I do 4. Don't know if I'll do 3. I'm really sort of hoping they do a Kiwami 3 so I can play that one instead of OG 3. Although, that being said, it's still there to get achievements in, and yeah, I might. For anyone who missed it, Byron's expedition has recovered evidence of the existence of another person, someone not from New Jerusalem. Who could it be? What does this mean? Maybe there's another city there who says that was only one simulation. Maybe there are thousands of people we'd never met. I hope so. There's only one founder. Ugh, Thekla. I hate to agree with Thekla, but all historical evidence we have... You said it, Zagoran. Points to the conclusion. There were some other attempts, as far as we know, they all went wrong or failed. But surely, like, the founder worked with a group. It wasn't just one person did all this. It was... She might have spearheaded it, but surely this wasn't a solo effort. There's more here that we don't know. There's more here we don't know than there is that we know. That sentence is gonna make my brain crash. Shut up, Helga. Jacques! 420, hell yeah, Jacques! Why do we think Miranda is from Earth? You know what? Shut up, Jacques. Asshole. K2 or 4? Kiwami 2 is already on the wheel. When Castle Crashers is spun. I'm playing that with Nathan, but he's only available on Sundays, which means the Monday slot is going to Kiwami 2. Until Castle Crashers is over, and then it just kind of absorbs it. It's, I should put it in parentheses, because people will forget that, but... that one's kind of a double feature. I'd like to hear more about these other attempts to save humanity. I really don't think it's alien shock. Everything here is obviously related to New Jerusalem. Tell you a joke. Give me a second. All right. Joke book. There you are. Some people affiliated... I'll read the joke first. Ahem. From page 122 of The Best Jokes, period. Ahem. Todd took a week off from the office. He booked a vacation to go skiing. Before his first trip down the mountain, he heard an unbelievable rumble, and before he could move, he was covered in snow. He found shelter in a small cave and was able to start a fire and make himself comfortable until help arrived. After a few hours, there was a digging at the front of the cave. "Who's there?" Todd called from inside the cave. "Hello," called a voice. "It's the Red Cross." "Beat it," Todd yelled back. "I've already donated twice this year." Oh, Red Cross. It's not a bad joke, honestly. That ain't half bad. Todd's got a sense of humor on him. Ahem. Some people affiliated with the Institute for Applied Pneumatics, tried to set up a secondary site at another dam, but after about a century, the dam collapsed, took whatever was happening inside the system with it. There was also a similar attempt by another organization, but without the test of free will that Alexandra Drennan devised. According to Liftreiser, it never produced a viable mind before it ran out of power. Oh, you do need the free will aspect. That's a good one. That one's not bad. Well, if there were other attempts, and you know they only ended in disaster, surely there's a possibility that there's one we don't know about that ended fine. Could there still be others out there? Theoretically, but even our dam would have collapsed without extensive repairs, and even a nuclear power plant would have run out of fuel by now. Well, nuclear power is man-made, so why would it have run out of fuel? Wouldn't, in theory, we just make more? That's the whole reason nuclear power is, like, good. It's man-made. We're not relying on nature and stripping of its resources. The problem is the byproduct. Ugh. The runoff of that stuff, it is nasty. Though, I mean, it seems to be the answer is just dump it somewhere, because nature will evolve a mushroom that eats it for you, because the planet's a really cool thing. No one ever thought of that. Just dump your damn radiation somewhere and let mushrooms evolve over time to eat them. For legal reasons, that's a joke. Obviously, don't do that. That is not my actual opinion. Alright, ooh, we meet in the Sphinx round 2. Oh, not the Sphinx.
Halt, creature of clay.
Pandora!
You have strayed from your garden and entered a domain that is beyond your ken.
Would.
Turn back now.
Never!
Before you harm yourself and others.
Others are harmed. Interesting. We were invited here.
Prometheus had no authority to summon you. He is rash and foolish and given to trickery. But his schemes lead only to ruin. Therefore heed my warning. The flame is not for you.
Consider words. We're not just gonna leave because you had a bad experience with a magic box. Fuck you, buddy! I don't think this is meant to be the literal Pandora. That would be kind of weird. We need to know what's going on out there for the safety of New Jerusalem. We need to know more about these technologies for the future of the universe. I mean, yeah, probably.
You seek the flame of enlightenment.
Boy, it is just
But remember that fire can also burn.
Yeah, okay. We don't need you, collection of whatever you are, pixels or energy explaining to us that fire is dangerous, right? If you really want us to be human beings, let us make our own decisions
How many of those bloody things are there?
according to my UI.
I think that was Pandora, which matches the other one being Prometheus.
They seem to be locked in some kind of conflict.
Might be wise to avoid getting caught in the crossfire until we understand what these entities actually are.
Isn't Prometheus like Pandora's dad, though? Kinda. So, like, what happened? Why is Pandora all down on Prometheus? He's the reason you exist, girl. Why don't you just tell us what's happening? Well, again, I think it's an argument for, like, our safety or something. Did Kratos kill Pandora? I don't actually know. He goes around killing gods and demigods and muses and shit like that. It's not a phase, Dad. Damn it, Pandora. Who did he say when he got, like, chained up? He was like, "Ah, Athena, you bitch." It certainly wasn't Atalantia. I think it was Athena. It's always Athena, isn't it? That God of War reboot, Athena showed up and was like, "Hey, Kratos, remember me?" And he's like, "Ah, for God's sakes of this bitch." Huh. I got the lab, but I missed all that garbage. If only I cared. Eastern wetlands. Yo, I hate wetlands.
After 1K found those labs, I started
Can we
thinking,
go to an environment I like?
where did all the tech come from? So I had a look at the serial numbers, and it turns out the answer is New Alexandria.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Wow, I guess that makes sense. After the explosion, the colony was abandoned. Nobody ever went back for all that stuff.
we had enough to deal with. So many dead.
Wait, so are there 1,000
So that's
people
one
or
question
aren't they?
answered. But how did they go from scavenged Alexandria tech to all this?
How did we go from nothing to where we are now? Through the application of reason and the right tools.
Ah, game. Okay, there we go. Huh. Well, that's... Huh. Curious shape. Solve 8 more puzzles.
Look at the size of that
Joy.
structure.
How does the material support so much weight? Is it the same stuff as the other buildings?
Yeah. I know it looks like some type of concrete, but the molecular structure is completely different. Whatever it is, it's a lot stronger and less brittle.
Are the labs made out of the same material?
No, that's just ordinary concrete. Although it does have some molecular weirdness going on too. Too little variation in the grain.
But what's down this way? Who this? Who this guy right here? Who's this guy think he is? Other than really out of my way. Listen, all I'm saying is like, hey, guys, did we need 8 puzzles per location? You couldn't have made it like 5 and gotten the same thing across. What are we doing?
Just when I thought we'd found all the weird stuff.
Success! And Trevor 3. It worked! I made a statue. You sure did, buddy. Well, it half worked. The design wasn't balanced, so it fell over and broke. It was very dramatic, but the good news is it all works in principle. Imagine what we could do using stone, part of the environment. Miranda. Yeah. Let's hear what Trevor has to say now.
So, humanity is great.
No, it isn't.
I really believe that.
You're an idiot.
And that's why I'm here. But I have to be honest with you, individual people, not always my favorite.
Oh, okay.
I'm not the smartest guy ever, and I know that. But there are some people, man, some people are just so dumb.
See, now
I don't
I
even
agree
know
with
if they're
Trevor.
actually conscious. Sometimes I think their whole lives might be like a dream. They're just stumbling around, no idea what's going on, mumbling some random nonsense. And the thing that you have to understand about our time period is that a lot of these people wield enormous power.
Yeah, all right, Trevor's
They run
making sense.
whole countries and corporations.
Yup.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
We've handed over our civilization to people I wouldn't trust to tie their own shoelaces. And if they're dumb, then what are we? I don't honestly
Apathetic?
have an answer to that, so just please try to do better.
Yeah, boy. Bad news, Trev. Bad news. That is a plea that fell on deaf ears, let me tell you. Alright, here's number 1. Do we have the switch again? No. I don't know what that was all about. Oh well. Inversion! Wasn't there a third person? Oh god, what is this? Okay. Let's test it. Oh, wait, I think I see what's happening. Yep. One color goes in, another one comes out. Great. We've added that wrinkle to our thrilling and exciting light redirection puzzles. Ugh. bit, that's on me. Alright, first one's basically free, so it's explaining that mechanic. Hey, you know what one I hope doesn't return from the last game? The one where I had to
think
do
about
things
New Alexandria all the time.
That one
But
sucked.
realizing this place was built on its bones just brings it all back even more. We were so optimistic when we started. So full of ourselves. Thought we could accomplish anything. And then, in one single moment, it was all gone.
Yeah, that's what eating Taco Bell is like.
I remember a flash.
Yeah.
And then just lying there.
Taco Bell, I'm telling you.
Realizing that my legs had melted.
Yep, we're on the same page,
I
my
tried
guy.
to pull myself away from the fire,
it never
but the
works.
servos in my arms were broken.
Yep.
If Eustathius hadn't found me, sorry. Just some old scars.
Same, dude. Boy, this game becomes a lot funnier if instead of philosophy you think they're talking about eating Taco Bell. Ow. Okay.
What can I do for you, 1K?
Explain to me what just happened there. Tell me about yourself.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I was born when New Jerusalem was a lot smaller than it is now. And there was a lot of work to do. I wasn't really interested in technical stuff, engineering and so on, but I was good at keeping things organized.
Oh, well.
So I got involved with the administration side of things. Making sure the scavenging teams focused on the right materials, keeping track of our energy usage, that sort of thing. I think we've accomplished what the founder wanted us to, and I'm proud that I helped make that happen. Byron doesn't see it that way, obviously, but I think sometimes he gets so lost in his dreams that he forgets to look at the real world.
Yeah, but also, you're boring. You're just so boring, my guy. Well, we've made 1,000 people. Guess we'll stop forever.
Of course. My best friend, in fact.
Best friend.
And someone I've worked with hundreds of times over the centuries. A good person who cares about the world and the people in it. I just also think he's wrong about everything and extremely annoying.
I think he likes annoying you. Ooh, he's a brat. You gonna punish him? You gonna hold him down, have your way with him, you sexy robot man? You can disagree and still be friends. I'm not sure I could be friends with someone I disagree with so much. You can disagree and be friends.
The founder taught us that we must never lose track of other people's humanity, even if they disagree with us. We're all in this together, even if we can't always see eye to eye.
What do you make of Pandora? And for the record, yeah, okay, but there are certain things where, like, if you have a radically different opinion on X topic, then, like, that is a deal breaker. There are some, like, I don't give a shit. Like, oh man, tomatoes, I can't stand them. But if you're like, yeah, I eat those bad boys raw, you're wrong, but it's not gonna stop me from being your friend. Other more serious issues, that philosophy falls apart. There are certain untenable matters that you can't just ignore.
It's pretty clear to me that she doesn't want us to proceed with what we're doing.
Yeah.
I find that deeply concerning. That said, there are clearly other forces at play here as well, so I'm trying my best to remain open to a more positive interpretation.
It could be a test. The first game was a fucking test, after all. I'm leaning negative. One of the beings called us here.
It could be. Or we've just stumbled into something that's none of our business. We'll find out, I guess.
If that were the case, then they really need to pull us aside and be like, hey, look, I know it's obviously weird what's going on, but this really isn't any of your business. We'll give you the rundown, but we're going to handle it our way. Cool, thanks, bye. And then this society of 1,000 people would probably be okay with that. Anyway, see you later. Energy maintenance. All right. Oh, I see. That's red. Damn. That's not what I need. I need blue, damn you. I need blue! You're all the way, like, over here. Put you there. Yeah, I can make that work. Then there's this problem. Nah, but that's the whole puzzle then. Let's see. Oh, I think, well. I hear you. Immediately one of the issues is... I wonder if I gotta take this red, lead it out through here. It would require 2, and then I'd have a refractor. Yeah, that's what I have to do. Okay. Bippity, boppity, boodly. Squiddly, squidoodly. Give me that noodly. And then Bingus Bungus. We're in. Easy. These look like sea mines or urchins of some sort. Or those enemies from Kirby. Little like Gordo things. Anyway, who cares about that? New social media! But I wanna hang out with Doge and his engineer or her engineer friend. Familiarize yourself with the following rules on social media. Wait, what? That was the first one. I need the new one. Ahem. I'm cat-sitting... cat-sitting advice. I'm cat-sitting Yakut's cat, Bruce. Hell yeah, Bruce. And it keeps peeing on my charging pod. Is there anything I can do to prevent this? Clean it... yeah, Yakut's getting in on this. Clean it thoroughly so not a single trace of the smell remains. I know it's hard without the ability to smell, but we do have some cleaning agents to do the trick. Contact me on a private if you need a list. Bleach is a good one. Be sure Bruce isn't distressed by something. Cats don't like being moved from their territory. Maybe it would be easier if you just moved him back to Yakut's place and fed him there. Nah, Bruce is just a bastard. He loves peeing on anything electrical, chewing on cables, and generally breaking stuff. This is normal. And I warned you, Pellegrino. No, that is Pellegrino. I could have given him Denise, but she's used to him. But he's so fuzzy, and I love him. Ah, cats. It's just a post Noki's a part of. Alrighty. Is that me? I don't think it was. I can't recreate that sound. What was that noise? I guess it was me. I must have fallen off a cliff or jumped somehow. I don't know. Supposed to finishing this part of the puzzle up to the laser pyramid? Yeah, no. This after this set of puzzles 3 through 8 here, the laser pyramid should open. And I suspect, yo, that is going right up its crev. I suspect we're gonna go back to town at that point. Here's this thing again, which I'm calling Squidward until I get a better answer. Just hanging out up here. Like it's a square head and a big old nose. I guess a Minecraft villager would make more sense, but they kind of look like Squidward, so, you know. Sue me. Another terminal. Foundling message fragment and ecosystem engineers. We broke ground on the first permanent structure today, a large hall that will eventually be converted into a performance and exhibition space. My idea. Although for now we'll use it as a workshop. It's strange, this place. There's a lot of open space, and I don't think I will find it so unusual. But I suppose we all spent more time at the dam than was originally planned, and now it's difficult. Unquote. Hey, ball is wonder. When did I say that? Whatever. Ahem. I didn't think I would find it so unusual. But I suppose we all spent more time at the dam than was originally planned. Now it's difficult to get used to not having low ceilings over our heads. It's probably just me. Byron loves being outside. So they're talking about Byron's. This is Hypatia's journal. Who's Hypatia? Because how did she get here if this is new area to you guys? Always volunteering for scavenger missions. Usually tags along, although he seems more fascinated with observing nature and various weird creatures. At night, sometimes I catch myself standing by the door, not because I have guard duty, just watching the stars. It's oddly comforting to think that they've always been there, that they watched our ancestors standing where I stand now. Well, if it makes you feel better, that is light that is reaching our planet countless light years after the fact that it was there, and probably looking up at those stars, they are not in that place anymore, and have possibly even died. So, I hope that makes you sleep easier at night, knowing everything you look up in the sky and see is wrong. From Miranda to 5358. We finished setting up the external site at the lake. The area is so stunning, we forgot about the experiment for a while and went for a long walk. The way in which all the different aspects of nature interact with each other and endlessly fascinate me. Endlessly fascinating to me. And the sheer variety of living things even on a simple green meadow. Sadly, we stumbled upon the carcass of a deer that had been torn apart by wolves. It must have suffered enormously, and thinking about that made me feel truly terrible. There's so much pain in nature. Yeah, but, you know, the wolves lived. That's how you gotta think about it. As I recall, gameplay segmented, torn between politics and pyramid puzzle. Yeah, the politics I like, the pyramid puzzle I don't. Which is why I have on the list of games I want to play, for people to suggest if they want to make me happy, Divinity Dragon Commander. That game is all politics. That is the whole game. There is an option to do real-time strategy, but in much the way diving off a building is an option of how to end my Friday night, I'm not going to do that, and I would never want to do that. So we're going to avoid it entirely and stick with the politics and have the battles auto-resolve themselves. Because that's what we're here for, baby. That's too many words. Although it does say Miranda. It's fascinating. Miranda interests me. It's fascinating how so much of what we do is common in animals, but furthered enormously by the intelligence able to remember. Well, animals have the ability to remember. The rest of the universe strives to great levels of complexity. Beavers. Beavers transform their environment via building. Their actions have real consequence, creating vast wetlands. Yeah, it sucks. Give me mountains. The RTS bits were optional. Yeah, they, you could, optional in quotes. There's an RTS element where you can be a dragon in a jetpack and fly around killing things. That part sucks and I hate it. What you do instead is just move pieces on a board and click auto-resolve, and then it does it for you. You just basically stack units until it's in your favor, shove them on a board, and click auto-resolve. It's pretty great. Species adapt ecosystem, overcoming, become core by evolution. It's anything but natural, however, it's very human. I assume you knew that, kinda. You still need to, like, move pieces on the board and click auto-resolve on the countries, but, like, you don't need to go into the battle yourself as the dragon with a jetpack. You can just skip that bit. That part of the game you never need to see because it's terrible. Oh, I told her about that game, like, when I first met her, but she didn't like it because the combat was bad, and I'm like, it's not that bad, you just build up bits on the board. You thought you meant the board at all. Yeah, no. Kaido's bad at the combat. No. There's like 2 layers to the combat. One of them is required, but the other one is optional. There and back again. Oh, great. Backtracking. Well, I can only do this right now, so that's nice and straightforward. We have the blue to red. Okay. And we have a thing in here. And that. I might, Main Dragon Commander's a fun one. I might, see if I can, I need the... This is frustrating. You're blue, but you're also blue. You're red. Ah! Oh, wait, I think I can do... Can I do this? This is gonna be... I move you like here, and grab you and go hibbity, skibbity, hibbity. Does that? Yes. Okay. So now everything's over here. Perfect. Beautiful. Right. Yeah, my wife really liked the politics of that game and working with like your commanders and the political advisors and everything. Which again, that was the best part of the game. Couldn't stand the combat. So tragically, I don't think she ever got around to beating it. I think it also crashed on her and she couldn't play it anymore. I don't know. There were a couple of things. But the point is, I do really like that game, and I think it would be fun to play. And we have the splitter now. Okay. Let's get our asses out of here. First and foremost, we'll do this. Is that what we want to do? Oh, well, I can just go here. Then, bippity, bippity. I can grab all the other shit. Pile it over here, and figure out what to do here. Okay, I need green. The way I get green is blue and red. The fun thing is, I only have red, but I have all three of these. So I think you need to stand right there. You need to go like that. And then you need to grab red and blue and go there. There it is. Beautiful. No one? No one's chiming in on that one? Okay, I guess I'll just go then. Every other puzzle I solved, you guys pitch in, speak up.
Everything okay?
Just tick you off my to-do list.
Well, puzzles, or trials, as Elohim calls them,
Oh, Elohim.
were used as part of the process that created the Founder. And they're still part of how we're born.
So is the founder
They
just
symbolize
the
the
first
human
one of us?
ability to understand the world and solve problems. But nowadays, they don't have a practical application. They are a common motif in the arts, though. The only physically existing puzzles I can think of are in the Museum of the Simulation.
Well, the one.
So, to answer your
There's
question,
one behind me.
no idea.
Oh, you mean beyond those? Okay. Beyond these ones here. Any other puzzles? I see. I see your game. Forwards that way. That's the way I came from, more or less. Sorry, a shadow across my window. If I'm murdered on stream, give my gamer score to my wife. Unless my wife kills me. Then give it to Nathan. Had to really catch that one. Feel her getting the knife. Righto. Alright, so we got blue. You know how this works. Did you do something wrong? Well, no, but obviously she wants that game score all for herself. Well, I can't get through here with anything. I think I might be able to shoot a laser through there, though. But first, let's see what this is all about, shall we? Well, what does... Oh, that's a red one. I see. Okay. So what do I need over here? I need blue over here. But this is an inverter. So I need red coming in through here. Okay. So, in order for red to come in through here, oh god, this God, there's really not just a simple one-to-one, huh? Because as soon as I pick either of these up, this gate shuts. There's nothing I can do about it. The red in there is what I need, which means this has to stay open, which means I need this rig going. Too much thinking. Huh. Yeah, standing in front of it shuts everything down, so yeah, I can't interrupt it anyway. Okay, well, the good news is that with this open, we don't need you. The problem with that is there's no way to get this open without it bouncing through the two of you, which is frustrating. Because then once it's bouncing through the two of you, I don't think I can have the red bouncing there. I can, let me check, I guess. I wish I understood exactly what was happening here. Okay, so how far back this way can I go? Not quite. There we go. So then... I need to... How does this work? I feel like I'm missing a piece. Because I can't do anything now. If I move them, it shuts down. And I can't bring this with me, but there's nothing I can do over here. I feel like I'm missing a third one that is kind of needed for this puzzle. Because boom, jam does nothing. That's worthless to me. What needs to happen is bada boom, bada jam. I wonder if... Hold on. No, yeah, that doesn't work. It just keeps... It shuts down the whole... What if I stand here? Eh? No, that doesn't work. What if I stood here? Okay. It's hitting me in my robot dick. Tinkles. You arrange them differently. Okay, so... But as soon as I step away, it all goes to piss. I guess I could take this guy. Oh boy. Take this guy. So right here. And this guy all the way over here. Yeah. Now that's open. Oh. Well. Forgot about that. Get this open, no problem. Then, of course, the issue becomes accessing this one and getting that one, but while it's over here, that doesn't work. This work. Hold on. You go bam, twiddly bam, and like bajam. No, that doesn't work. Ah. Damn it! I have to hold this door open, but also have red coming out. It doesn't make any sense, because the only way I can find to open this door is to have it in both of them. But then, hey, guess what? Everything's occupied at that point. What's this one called again? Fraction. Is there any chance I can... Oh. Oh, I see. It can go through the gate. Or can it? No, it cannot. Damn you. Ah, that would have been so much easier. God, I hate you. I hate you, Light Refractor. You disgust me. Again, the problem is, as soon as light fucking becomes involved... Sorry. Okay, that one's not me. My bad. Yeah, that shuts off. This puzzle. This one. Fucking... What do I do? I got nothing. Do I have any tokens to let me skip this bullshit? You have no tokens. Cool. Awesome. This opens it in one. There's nowhere to place this. Like, there's there, but that doesn't get me anywhere. This stupid thing opened up. What the fuck do you want from me? If there were a way to hold it open and I could at least move one of them while it's open, that would be something I can work with, but I can't do that. Unless... No, there's no generator here. This is just pointing at... Oh, for God's sakes. God almighty, the only possible thing I could think to do is... amount of redirecting. And it becomes red. I was trying to, like... Could I shoot it back at that? But no, there's nowhere else to shoot it back to. This is... What? I have to be missing something. There's no way this is every element to this puzzle. There's got to be something. A lot of walls. There are a lot of fucking walls. There has to be a third thing that I'm just not... For God's sakes, I'm not seeing. Watch, of course there's not going to be, and it's something to do with this, and there's just no way to keep this held open. I can do nothing once this is open. I'm like, oh great, let me move this. Nope, fuck you. Oh man, better go back to opening it. But this time, let's involve it in the cycle. Fuck that, okay, never mind. What if I were to put it simply over here? And involve you two in the cycle, huh? Ya beautiful boys. This is interesting. Hold on a second. Have I done something? What if I took you away? Put you like there. Slapped you down right there. And you. No, of course not. But you. Stop it! But you. And you. What color does that produce? Is blue, but it's coming from there. Which is great and all, but like, I'm still in the untenable position of I can't do anything. This in no way interacts with the thing over there. I can have this opening up that, but then that cuts that off access entirely. And then I'm completely out of options. All I've done is create a red laser. Nothing. Keep thinking you're something. This might be the first one I cave and look it up because I got nothing. There's nothing in my brain. It's like, oh yeah. Here's at least something else you can try. I'm just spinning in circles, waiting for something to click or change. Nothing's happening. Not Tacos, Talos. Principle 2. I'm on 3-4? 3-4. Just How does nobody just have the level posted? 3-4. What are we doing? East 3? East 3-4. Just like a 2-minute video. Refraction. Okay, it's 1 minute. It's a good time to consult a makeshift guide. You mean a YouTube video. Stop showing me an ad for Advance Wars or whatever. What the fuck is happening here? Yeah, okay. He gets the thing. He takes the first one. He goes and gets the second one. Uh-huh. He opens it up. Okay. Oh, I see. They're doing a little thing we like to call being sneaky about it. So what needs to happen is maybe YouTube video, maybe something else. Clearly, I need help again. Yeah. So man. Once it's open, this thing is hitting this and going in there, so we're all good. That was what I was missing. Then I place this here. And then we're in. I was not getting that at all.
Good work. Keep going.
I got an achievement for returning to a puzzle for a second attempt. I don't think I left this room, did I? Or no, I did, just to see what it was called, maybe? Yeah, well, whatever. I also had that joke earlier that was like, back up, and I kept leaving. But I guess I hadn't started the puzzle, technically, so... A fox! Get it, kill it, murder, death. Yo, dude, the fox! What the hell's your problem?
How can I help you?
Byron, you son of a bitch. Tell me about New Alexandria.
We made two fatal mistakes in New Alexandria. One was trusting the texts of our ancestors without thinking for ourselves.
Yeah.
The other was giving up instead of doubling down. Letting the tragedy define our future.
What do you make of Pandora?
It's clear that there's some kind of antagonistic force in this place, something that doesn't want us to discover the purpose of the megastructure. Perhaps that's part of the testing. Or perhaps it's what's responsible for this state of decay.
And what do you make of Miranda, then?
Going on what little we have, honestly, she reminds me of myself when I'd just been born. I came out from the dam at night, and the sky was full of stars. I felt a reverence then, an almost ecstatic connection to the sublime. The universe seemed like a miracle, and to exist within it was the greatest possible honor. That view was tempered in time, but I've always tried to hold on to as much of it as I could.
God, you're a nerd. Can't believe I'm gonna side with a nerd. Inevitably let my own personal beliefs interfere with my goal to make this different than a normal person's playthrough. Maybe the game won't give me that option. What the hell is all this? Ah, the Sphinx again. An X? Curious. Does also feel like this is somewhat maze-like. But not really. Just kind of run through it. No walls really obstruct you. In a meaningful way, I mean. Goddamn foxes jumping out in front of me. Ew, the optional triangle puzzles that I'm definitely not doing. Gross. I appreciate that there are robots that make fun of this idea that everything's a puzzle and that the player's like, more puzzles! And I'm like, fuck that. I'm not here for achievements this time. Get me out of here. 5. Have I done 5? I certainly haven't. Alright, let's do 5. Yay! Imprisoned. Oh. Ah, I see. It changes the wall. Oh, well. I need this. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of options. Where does the light start from, though? Huh. Oh, I need to set everything up, go out here, and then throw the switch. Ew. Alright, well. Whatever. Right. So that's blue and that's red. I need... What do I need? That will activate... That will open up the red, clearly. And the red needs to be, I guess, refracted into here? Maybe I do this first. Hold on. No, wait, that won't work, will it? Because that's opened that up, jolly well and good, but then, and then it shuts. See, I do need to set everything up and then throw the switch. Ugh. Okay, so let's think it through. Light comes here, bounces there, goes to here. This opens up red. The problem is red is kind of trapped and can only go so many ways. I can move blue as far over, and then that creates it narrow, or I could move it as far over. Move it like about there, I guess. Which would then mean red still doesn't have a lot to work with, is the problem. Unless I'm not meant... Oh, wait a minute. Is it a red herring? No, because the blue light goes down there. It would be refracted into red. Ugh. Red has to come out. Oh, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. What did we learn from the last one, Token? We learned self-sufficiency. Haha! Give me that. Beautiful. Much better.
I sent the drone to have a look at one of the other puzzle clusters. It seems they remain inert until they're connected. I uploaded the pictures to the log.
Should we check them out with the VTOL?
Let's conserve fuel as much as we can. There's no point in going there if it's all dead.
Can you guys shut up? I'm trying to bop to the... I was trying to bop to the music. Like the vocals and everything, and then you just kept banging on. It's fire. There are wild animals running around. Which is nice, I suppose. Good to see humanity. The world isn't dead, just humanity is. Number... Oh. 6 is back this way, is it? Byron, I'm looking for number 6. Have you happen to seen it? Up this way, maybe. Rooms? No? Not down. Whoops. Not down. This is 5. Yep. And then I run down this field and it tells me 6 is back this way. But I don't see where 6 is. says 6 is that way. What do you mean? Referring to this wall here? Have I gone the long way around? God, I probably have. Look at that thing. This is 4. God damn, what? What do you mean? 6. Oh, 6 is this way. I'm very stupid. I see the problem. I just don't understand how left and right work. That's the issue. Here we go. Puzzle 6. Hidden. Yeah, it certainly was. I agree with you there. Let's see. God. It's big and not terribly fun. Okay. In here, we got a lot of this going on. And a bit of this. Oh, you must be the hidden one. Yeah, look at that. Look at that. That seems pretty hidden, doesn't it? Those both need to activate for you to shut off. But wait, where is the... Yeah, after that, where's the, our goal? Oh, it must be in here. Yep, there you are. Okay. Well, easy enough. I just need, this bad boy in here. I can put them both down, and I can get the thing and go. Unless... the game is so laggy. Well, definitely I want to, get this side of it. Ah, that almost felt like that worked. Oh no, turn the camera! Oh. I suppose yes, it does just a minute to process the fact that it's even open all the way. Whoop-ah! Alright, no. Maybe if I'm not looking. Oh man, it sure would be crazy if any doors magically didn't shut behind. Okay. Worth a shot. Worth a shot. Okay, let's see. What am I working with? First, you need to be opened, I suppose. Yes. That'll do. You can go. Oh, for God's sakes. Well, we've immediately encountered an issue. I guess I could go more over this way. And that won't be interrupted? I hope not. You can get more over this way. There we go. Huzzah! Okay, well, I did that. But I don't really know why. Just, it's now open. Okay, what's something I'm trying to actively get to? That over there. But that shouldn't be too much of an issue. The problem then becomes this one over here. idea for me. Oh, I see the issue. So that leaves that open. But then... really prefer this, like, back here doing that, but it can't reach that far back. I guess the other question is, big so what? I'm trying to get this thing through there. How does that being open accomplish that? I need to get, oh wait, maybe. Hold on. Maybe. Could I? Give me that. Then I take you. Ha ha! This is over here, which means I can grab you, and that doesn't close. Although I could probably go about it, you know, in a way that... I'm gonna say in a way that makes it tenable. Ugh, I'm the worst. All right, well, what are you gonna do? Put it right there. Grab you. A little bit of that action, a little bit of that action, a little bit of that action. Wha-bam. Got it. Now I put it over here so that, you know, it can be reached beyond the wall here. Probably more like right here. I had to spot. Right. Yes. Now then. That remains open, and I can see it from there, more importantly. Excellent. Away I go. Now then. I see you there, and I see you there. And more importantly, I see you there. Because now, I should be able to grab you. Yes! Slap that down. Kidnap you. Take you away from your parents. And boom. Got it. My mom's feeling nostalgic. She's sending me pictures of me as like a child hanging out with my dad. My brother looks a lot like my dad. Uncanny resemblance there. Off to puzzle 7. Yeah! What lies in here? Oh, I thought these were hurdles. I was like, what's a fucking track and field hurdle doing here? It's a handrail. Is this the laboratory of this puzzle area?
These labs seem to be everywhere, but compared to the technology we're seeing above ground, they're downright primitive.
Yeah, but
are we even sure that the labs and the puzzles belong to the same people?
There seems to be a connection between the experimental setups in the labs and some of the puzzle technology.
Correlation does not necessarily imply causation, though.
True. But just because we don't understand the connection, that doesn't mean it's not there. What we have here is two things that reflect each other.
Oh my god, shut up,
we
both
just
of you.
don't understand how that reflection works.
Into the computer.
Or what causes it.
Maybe Miranda can tell us.
The end. After a lifetime dedication to written word, I'm faced with task I never have expected, writing an epitaph, not only for myself, but for my species. It's unlike the event that Alexandra Drennan, or in the unlikely event that Alexandra Drennan is successful, and one day someone reads this, what meaningful insight can I share on the strange phenomenon that is humanity? We suck, dude. I spent days thinking about it, but now I'm running out of time, so I'll set down the one thought I simply can't shake. It didn't have to be this way. Isn't it plague that killed us? With more time, we could have found a cure. Yep. With a few political victories, we could have been prepared. Change any factor even a little, and we would have made it. This isn't divine punishment, it's dumb luck. Wait for something here. I don't know what is forgiveness, grace, acceptance? No, I hate the idea of accepting this. Hope, maybe? I feel like the story's unfinished. Maybe it should be. No epitaphs for humanity. I pray Drennan is right. Didn't have to be this way, and yet it was. Miranda's chatting with somebody. Or a couple somebodies. Sharon, because, you know, or Charon, if you prefer. Because, you know, Greek, Karen. From 51 Tales by Lord... I'm not reading that. Some problem unsuccessful as Trial 108. Repeated all calculations. Same result. Weird. Trials. Experiment modified to gain further insight and unexpected error. Inconsistent results. Simultaneous trials affecting each other via unknown mechanism. What's going on here? So what's this then? Oh good, gravity and magnets. That's gonna be added to the fucking puzzles. Yay! I'm so happy! I'll say another reason Portal was good with its puzzling, and this isn't, is that it didn't throw too much at you at once. Other than the gels and, like, maybe the light bridge, I guess, nothing new was added. Like, those were just... all the puzzles revolved around the portal gun. Every puzzle needed to be solved using that. The things they added enhanced what you did with the portal gun. And there were only about a half dozen or so that they actually added. This game is like, we gotta add one every world. And it's like, you don't. You really don't. Sometimes not everything will involve each other, like the fan. That won't be... pretty sure that fox flew through the air. It's like, no, you don't need to keep introducing elements that then aren't brought up for 3 or 4 puzzles. If you could please just, I don't know, have a gimmick and focus on that, that would make this way better. If I had a laser gun to solve all the puzzles with, that would be one thing. But I digress. 2 more and then I'm probably done for the evening. Backward propagation. Great. Barely handle forwards, let me tell you. Didn't do a dang thing. Is there even a generator? What am I doing with this? Okay, there is. Somehow missed it. I know how. I'm a blind man. How do I... what? Oh. Huh. So it's like a mural of some sort, a billboard. Alright. I can't reach that. Alright, let's see. Needs to open. Oh, I guess I could. Oh, interesting. What color? Hold on. Would it be? You're red. So if I got red here, it would shoot a blue one here. Then it would turn red, opening that up. But then the idea would be, okay, if I can then cut off the laser, I could have this blue light coming out, which would then be able to hit that red, and that's self-sufficient at that point. try it. And now the important one. Okay. Now I step off. And I think... Yes, okay. So now what I need to do is... From there, I can have you and you going. And there it is. All right, solved. That was easy.
I can't even get my brain to think like that.
It's difficult. I'm just that smart. And last one, 8 is this way. What do we have here?
There's so much to discover on this island that sometimes it overwhelms me. Every lake, every forest contains an incredible, interconnected, permanently changing network of organisms. And every one of those organisms is almost infinitely complex and contains other organisms within itself. It seems impossible to ever really grasp. But then, step by step, I do understand. It takes time and effort, but it's not impossible. And there's a lot of joy to be found in simply taking the time to truly study something. I spent 5 years studying a single flower, and it never got boring.
You sound easily amused. This is just a test your strength machine from a carnival. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, but... Like, in the olden days, you'd hit it with a hammer and a thing would go up. Alright. Whatever. There are more puzzles left in this segment than I remember. Every segment has 8 puzzles. At least from the map. Speaking of 8, huzzah! Yep, this is the last one. Then we do the Tetris blocks. And then I assume it's back to the city, where I'll probably call it there. We can start next stream running around the city. Having some philosophy. Positional interchange. I'm guessing... Yep, about what I thought. Okay. Anything I can do with you, though? Well, actually... That's back out to the real world. The non-puzzle area. The hexadron. It's a cube! I can't pick that up. Okay, so that fan would go up, and then it would... No, let it go over things. I assume I'll need to get you on the... wait a minute. There's no way it's this simple. Indeed. Oh, this stupid lip here is like breaking it. Severing the connection. How infuriating. Then what am I supposed to do about it? They put that lip there on purpose. Right, we get it. Oh, wait. Can I... Wait a minute. Ah, I see. Now I have you. Really thought that would be as easy as it was. It seemed like a music tuning thing to me, but could be what you said as well. Yeah. No, I was making fun of it. I assume it's meant to be abstract, and who knows what it really is, but, you know. It's much funnier to pretend it's just a thing from a carnival. I guess the other one was, whoops. Ow! Okay. Don't do that. Hated that noise. Huh. I guess the cool thing to do would be grab this. Ideally, it would be like back here, I suppose, but that's not going to work. Because of course it isn't. Although. Wait a minute. Oh. Come with me. And for good measure, we're gonna hit... Well... Now I think about it, because yeah, that opens that, and I can take, hold on, this with me. Which means this could very easily just be bippity, boppity. You, what can you do? You could maybe hold that door open. But I mean, ultimately, we need, you know, even holding the door open. It's nice and all, but we need something weighing that down anyway, so it doesn't work. Or this way. That one could easily activate this fan, is what I'm thinking, and that would launch that one up, but then to what end? Can, I guess the question is... You... Oh, you can also reach that one. Well, that's good. Because then, now I think I'm getting it, I think I'm getting it, I think I'm getting it. Okay, okay. So I need you. Like there and right there. I think you, sir, are like what I'm saving for last, so I'm gonna just put you right there. Then you, got a big job ahead of you. You need bang, bang, biggity, bang, bang. Then slap it down. Oh, you are going slightly the wrong way, but you know what? I like your spirit anyway. I'm pretty sure I can just go biggity, boggity, sloggity. Hell yeah! We're in. Alright, so there's really only one that gave me any real trouble in there. I say that, there's still the Tetris blocks I need to do. No one? Alright. A lot of zigzagging. Real fucking Mishable Impossible. Yep. Mission Impossible style laser grid there. Right up the Krev. That's where we're headed. So we've met the Sphinx and Pandora. Who do we think the last weird Greek myth individual will be? For God's sakes, where's the entrance to this damn place? Fair enough. I'm thinking, since it needs to be someone of notable Greek mythology, apparently, but also having to do with humanity. Was it Euripides? Was his brother? Prometheus's brother? I'm gonna say Euripides. Well, I mean... it has to be that one. It has to be that one. So far, this isn't much of a puzzle, if I'm being honest with you. This one's proving a bit more complex. Okay, I like what I'm seeing. Start there, easy enough. Okay, relatively middle. And boom, jam, got it in one. Let's head right up into the old starfish, eh? No looking back as the drums beat. Open wide, I'm coming in! Last thing about Oh, it's a Sphinx again. What?
When the craftsman Daedalus was imprisoned in the very labyrinth he had created, his only solace was his son, Icarus. To escape their plight, he fashioned wings of feathers and wax.
Yeah, how'd that end
He
for
warned his son
Icarus?
to fly neither too high nor too low. But his son, enraptured by the freedom of flight, flew too close to the sun.
Yeah.
Thus the wax in his wings melted, and he fell to his death. What was the son's error?
Well, an interpretation was, yeah, disobedience. He should have listened to his dad. He ignored the danger in favor of beauty. Did he see the wings are made from wax? I mean, come on. A very arg answer. Impatience. If he wanted to soar so high, he should have built better wings. Well, he didn't build them, his dad did, and they were trying to escape a prison. Hubris. The flame on the sun belongs to the gods. That's dumb. Carelessness. He did not use the wings correctly. Lawlessness. He never should have attempted to escape the labyrinth. I mean, of those options, I'd say carelessness.
Or was it Daedalus who was careless, giving the wings to Icarus, knowing that all young men are rash?
He would have died in prison otherwise.
After the death of his son, Daedalus withdrew in sorrow to a foreign land.
Yeah?
King Minos came looking for the craftsman to exact his revenge. The answer to a riddle revealed where Daedalus dwelled. But for Minos, that answer was his ruin. Consider King Minos, burned in his bath, as you seek your own answer.
I don't remember how that went. I don't remember how the Minos bit went. I know he went to find him, but Daedalus hid himself and Minos could never go.
The megastructure. It's opening.
3 receivers, 3 towers, 3 beams, as we suspected. I think this is an invitation.
Doesn't look that inviting to me.
Shut
if
up,
you consider the size of the entire structure, then that opening must be big enough to drive a building through.
Or the VTOL.
You want us to go in there, into the creepy triangular maw of death?
Maw of death?
I fell.
I think it looks charming.
Byron's right. We're here to explore, and this is a mystery worth investigating. This technology could change everything.
Oh, all right.
We should still, like,
I'm
go
not
report
winning this,
that it's
am I?
open, right?
Nope.
Come back
Let's
maybe
meet
with a
up
few
with the
more
VTOL,
people?
everybody. We're going in.
Daedalus and Icarus were in prison. If it was either fly away or rot in prison, he didn't have much of a choice. Yeah, Sphinx really being a fucking revisionist history over there. But yeah, I forget how the Minos bit ended of that myth. Daedalus, in sorrow of his son's death, isolated somewhere he knew he could never go, and then Minos either had to let revenge go or fucking face his own ruin. And because it's a Greek myth, hey, guess what? He faced his own ruin. So it goes. Maybe I'll have to look that up after stream, what it was that Daedalus said. If I look it up, I'm going to ask my wife, because I have no doubt she would enjoy telling me the story. In her own saucy way. I I knew it at one point, but the Daedalus as a myth is only like... It's already an offshoot of a much more prevalent myth, that being Theseus
By the way,
and the bull and the
I
Minotaur.
finished my analysis of the particle clouds. At first I thought they might be some kind of nanotechnology, but I was wrong. It's a lot worse than that.
You gonna tell us, or are you just gonna be ominous about it? Cool, ominous, that's what I thought.
What we're looking at
Okay.
is a completely unknown type and state of matter.
Delaware.
Completely inexplicable within our understanding
It's
of
a
physics.
state.
Created and manipulated by someone.
Fascinating.
Could be Matilda. The fog in the details, Sphinx was not right about Daedalus. No, yeah. No. Daedalus definitely was. Sorry, Minos. Minotaur and Theseus is the myth that, like, that progenitor, the progenitor of that myth, because Daedalus is the one who built the labyrinth so that the Minotaur could never escape, and they would send sacrifices in there, blah, 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 blah. He had the string of yarn that would let Theseus get back out of the maze when he was done, etc., etc., etc. We all know that one. Minos, not thrilled with Daedalus and his betrayal, put him in the labyrinth up in a tower that only had a window in it, along with his son. He and his son, oh god, they collected like bird feathers from the window and with wax from candles that they also had up there. They made a set of wings they used to fly out of the tower. The son was way too happy with the freedom and flew literally too close to the sun, fell and created the world's most overused metaphor. Daedalus being like, well, shit, retired, burned his wings, and hid away so that Minos could never find him. I forget what Minos did after that, or where he hid specifically. Alright. Let's go see what this megastructure's all about before I end the stream. Ah, okay. Oh, the VTOL. We gotta... Oh, here it is. I say meet up at the VTOL. It's right here.
Come on, people. Get on board. We haven't got all day. Yakut, take us in.
Aye, aye, sir.
Have any of you ever read an ancient writer called Ian Banks? I guess not. He postulated the concept of the outside context problem. That's when a society encounters something so advanced, so different, that they simply could not have conceived of it. That's what this is. This whole place is one giant outside context problem.
Right now it's a pyramid with
we're
lasers.
headed
I can
right
comprehend that
into
pretty
it.
well. It's got a light-based lock. So let's see what's inside. Then maybe it'll be an out of context.
I think I can set down over there.
Whatever it is.
Should I?
Outside context.
Please do.
Whatever it is.
I can't wait to get a closer look.
Looks very Star Wars. You know, like the big Imperial cruisers and whatnot.
Setting down.
Okay, everyone. We need to explore as much as we can, separately if need be, but stay in touch. Record anything interesting you find, and pay special attention to any clues as to who built this place and why.
I was wondering where my buddies were. They were getting off the VTOL. My game doesn't like me looking at them. 'Cause
The
it requires
schematics we found in that
Oh my
lab
God,
were
what is my
extremely
game?
incomplete.
Huh.
So if you can find any more of those, that would be great.
Okay, just stick to the hallways. Jesus, the frame rate.
I think someone should stay at the VTOL just in case.
I volunteer you. See you later, Al.
Well, I mean, he didn't want to be here anyway, so... Them's the breaks, Al. Can he do social media? Nah, no one cares about research. Oh, they ran ahead. Guys, please don't run ahead. It kills my frame rate. Oh! Greenery. And data log. Hold on. And also that. Oh, they're not letting me. All right, that first. Fine. Very well. Oh, I see how it is.
This thing seems to be broken.
In what way? They're floating there. It seems to be functioning pretty well. I'm gonna get in this thing. Ow. God, all the cool places were taken.
Hold on a second, 1K. I think I can find an override for that door.
Okay.
Maybe after that, you can help me with this elevator?
One problem at a time. What's going on with these fast structures? Okay, door should be opening.
Yeah.
Now, about the elevator.
Actually, the elevator's fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. No idea where I am, but it's working.
Don't go too far.
This
Try
would
to
be the
circle
time
back.
to turn into a horror.
On it.
Like, my friends get picked off one by one in this megastructure. Woo, baby. Whoa. No guardrail? We're just... Okay. Apparently he went to a city-state kingdom type thing, and when Minos found him there, Minos was disposed of, excuse me, depending on the legend, either by Daedalus himself or the king that was hosting Daedalus. Ah, so he just went to a king... I mean, fair enough, he just went to a kingdom of, like, his enemy? I mean, yeah, they'll do it. Oh, Hey, you could...
Hey, 1K, can we talk for a second?
How did you get...
That whole thing with the elevator just gave me the creeps.
Okay, but how did you get here? Because didn't you take the elevator? I didn't take an elevator. Yeah, what's up?
When we first arrived here, I was really excited.
Sure.
It's such a huge place. The technology is so advanced.
There's an elevator, that's all
we
we've
figure out what it all means, we could really change the future of New Jerusalem. The mayor says we have to avoid repeating the mistakes our ancestors made, to stay humble, to not reach too far.
Right.
And that sounds very abstract, but I've seen the ancient cities. I've seen how much they built, how much they grew, how far they fell. So I've been thinking, what if all this sets us on the same path? What if this is too much power for anyone to control?
Ah. So Daedalus's master plan was, I'm just gonna go somewhere where I'm liked and, Minos isn't. And Minos was like, that bastard, I'll chase him there. What do you mean you won't give him to me? Not the most elegant of plans, but it got the job done, I suppose. Will history repeat itself? Well, I mean, that's all dependent on whether or not we keep making more of us, isn't it? This place can be dangerous, but we need to understand it. I don't think what went wrong with our ancestors was too much power. It certainly was. Among other things, I think your original impulse is correct. New Jerusalem needs this technology. Mayor's premise is wrong, assuming history can only develop in one way. Honestly, I think it's too early to tell. I think it's more complex than that. Power isn't necessarily good or bad. Well, that's true. Power is just power. As long as one is careful with it. I mean, I do think we need to understand it, but it could very easily be dangerous. I am getting ominous vibes from this place.
I'm glad I'm not the only one who's a little worried, but we should keep exploring. Like you said, we need to understand what we're dealing with.
Yeah.
Maybe it won't be all that bad.
But, you know, caution is
Thanks
advised.
for talking to me, 1K.
Yeah, no problem.
I know we're in the middle of something, but I kind of needed that.
Sure. All right. Where'd you even come? Did you come from, like... Where did you come from? Because, like, the elevator isn't any... Where the hell? All right. You and me, Yakut. What have we... Nothing? You got nothing to... Okay. Kind of thought that was important, but I guess not.
Looks like another set of puzzles.
Oh, fuck me.
Same pattern, 1 gate, 3 receivers. Like some sort of fractal symmetry.
Have you got, like, a gun? Just put it in my head. Like a spike gun they used to kill cows at the slaughterhouse. Oh no, it's just these. Okay, I'm fine with this. As soon as lasers are involved, kill me without question. Wasn't a master plan per se. Data was wandered from place to place for a while. It had some for years. It happened to us, so we took like buildings around. As you said, hardly a master plan, but hey, gets the job done. Activate the 3 beams. Oh. God, it is more of the same. Yep. Yep, a whole lot of puzzles. Okay. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they're all just fun little tetrominoes or whatever they call them, puzzles. And that gate over there is purely nothing. It's my imagination. It's not a laser puzzle in any way. But anyway, that is going to be it for me tonight. We come back on Sunday. It is AI the Somnium Files. A different sort of puzzly game, albeit with more visual novel elements. And if you missed it, I will be playing through all the scenarios in that because I've been told that the endings you get if you don't are kind of lackluster and bad, and I want a satisfying ending. By God damn it. But anyway, until then, love you all. Be good people. Talk to you later. See you around. Toodle pip. Have a great weekend. Goodbye.